Okay, here we are. Okay. I think I'm here. Hi there, this is Casey Christensen coming to you live from West Kelowna, BC, where it's currently sunny and beautiful. We just got back from Peachland, where we went for fish and chips and a swim in the lake. It was lovely and extremely refreshing. Okay, so today I wanted to share with you something that I just got. I'm very excited about it because it's absolutely gorgeous. It's this. We're looking at the Celebration catalog, okay? And what I'm going to play with tonight is this Tree Lot die set. Now, this set you get free with a $120 purchase, and it coordinates out of the Christmas, well, I shouldn't call it Christmas, out of the mini catalog, okay? On page 39, you'll see that it coordinates with the Trees for Sale bundle, okay? Or Trees for Sale stamp set. So, I'm a little bit limited tonight because I only have the dies. My Trees for Sale set is coming on Friday, so I'll be able to play with that a little bit more. But look at these dies. Holy cow. There are so many, and they're absolutely gorgeous. You see you got a little doggy here. I can't use the doggy yet because I don't have the stamp for the doggy. Also, there's no sentiments here, so I'm going to have to wait to get some sentiments. And you've got footprints in the snow if you want it to be snowy. You've got lights. You've got sentiments, so very many, Christmas greetings, and you light up the season. And trees for sale, of course, because it's a tree lot. And you got a nice pole here for hanging your lights from, just like you would see in a tree lot. And I'll show you the card I made this afternoon. Now, this is decidedly a Christmas card. It was so much fun to make, but it is decidedly Christmas because I decided to use the wreath and the bow from the die set. However, I realized when I made the card, I don't have any Christmas sentiments yet. So I just put on this sentiment, which came from the Sit, Stay, Relax set. And that works for me. Wish you were here. I just think it's really, really cute. But this trailer is the cutest thing ever. So let's, hi Karen, nice to see you. Just got back from the beach here. We were at Peachland for fish and chips and swimming. It was lovely. So I'm feeling very refreshed.
Sorry, I didn't understand that.
Sorry, people, I had to shut the door because my Alexa is talking to me. Apparently my Alexa can hear everything I say in here, and she feels the need to talk back to me. Little devil. All right, so let's press on. I'm going to play with this little set here. It's so cute. I love it so much. I can't wait till Friday when I'm going to get the set that goes with it, which is this one here. I'm going to get this set on Friday to go with it. But today we're going to make a masculine card using these, using the stamp set. So let's start at the beginning. I need to make myself a background for my camping scene. It's going to be a bit of a masculine camping scene. So I'm going to get my, just a piece here of basic white. And I'm going to get out a couple of blues for some sky and a couple of greens for some ground. So let's start with our blues. And we're just going to do a nice little two-part scene here. Hi, Kimmy. Nice to see you. I just got in my jammies because I just got out of the lake. And it just seemed like the right thing to do. I was soaking wet, so why get dressed, right? Okay. So we're going to start with the balmy blue. We're going to make ourselves some sky. So I'm just going to grab myself some ink there. And I've got my blending brush. I'm going to grab all that ink off of there. Now this card is going to go this way, okay? It's going to go this way because we want it to be a long card to accommodate the trailer and the trees. So we're just going to, I'm going to start well off of the paper and just bring in my balmy blue. It's not very dark. In fact, it's not even dark enough, so I'm going to give myself some more. Just grab some more using a stamp block. Grab some more off of your stamp pad. And you see why I'm going onto it slowly? If I go onto it too quickly, I'm going to end up with little rounded bits, which I don't want, little rounded shadows, and I really don't want that. Okay, so there's my upper sky. And I want to add a little more color to that, and I'm taking a chance here because I haven't done this yet. I'm going to use Starry Sky, which is a pretty dark color, but let's just see what it looks like, okay? Ooh, yeah, that's dark. That scares me. That scares me a lot. Okay, well, let's do this. Let's do this. Let's get some. And let's get most of it off, because that feels really, really, really dark to me. I'm just going to slowly bring some in. Okay, so that's looking okay, right? It's not too dark because I took most of it off on my spare paper. And see, I've got so much left here. I haven't really even gathered much of it off of my stamping block. So let me clean that block. I've got my paper here handy. Let me clean that block off. And I'm okay with that color. So I got 2 shades of blue there, Balmy Blue, Starry Sky. I could add a little pink if it was more of a dusky sky. A little pink always does a nice little accent there. So we're going to go with Pear Pizzazz. Oh, I've got some butterfly wings flying around here. I don't know where those came from. So let's do some Pear Pizzazz. And get my other brush here. And we'll gather that up. And I'm going to twine a bit of it off. And there we go. Keep in mind it's a background. It doesn't need to be a total work of art, okay? But you get the gist. It's some sky and some ground. And I am going to add another green. I'm just going to add a little bit of Mossy Meadow just to give the bottom part of the, a little more of a grass effect, a little bit more grass. That should probably do it. I don't need too much. I just want a little bit of a darker feel. Oops. Just a little bit darker. See that? Just a little bit, because we're camping, right? We're camping, so we're going to have some sky and we're going to have some ground. All right, we can put that down for now. Now, the next thing I want to do, because sometimes I forget to do this, is I want to trim this down to the size I want. So I don't know what size I have at the moment. I have 5.5 by 4 1/4 at the moment. I'm going to take it down only by 2 notches. Okay, so we're looking at the 5.5 here. We're going to take it down by 2 notches below 5.5. And then we're going to take it down, I'll do it on the grass side, 2 notches below 4 1/4. It'll be nice and consistent. Okay, so there's our lovely background. I'm pleased with that. I think that looks pretty good. And that's going to go here on our card base. Okay, so I'm going to leave that for now. We're not going to do that right this very minute. So the next thing I want to do is, I have so many dies here. This is just brilliant. I absolutely love this. Let's make our trailer first, okay? Oh yeah, the more colors the better, Kim. In fact, if this were like an evening sky, like I've done, you know that sailboat die that I had, the sailboat punch that I had? If you're doing like an evening sky, you can add a little of one of the pinky colors to this. And it gives it a nice sort of, you know, red sky. No, that's red sky and morning sailor's tape. An evening sky. Gives it, the more color the better, right? The more color the better. Experiment, see what you can come up with. So this is going to be my trailer. I want to have this for my trailer because it's a masculine card. So I'm going to have that. Now I can do this part on my little cut and emboss machine. Let's just get that out. And I am going to use washi tape because this fabric, or this paper has a little stripe to it, and I want to stay on the stripe. So I want to be sure that it doesn't move, and I can just line one of the windows up on the stripe to keep it in check, okay? I'm just going to pop that in there. Let's get our little machine here. All of these dies are the small user-friendly, although I'm going to use both today simply because, oh, that's not very successful, because I want to do all my trees at one time, which I can do all at one time on the bigger machine, but we'll do the little machine for a bit of it. Okay, I don't even need that one. Just toss that over there. I'm going to get rid of this because I'm done making a mess. And trying to cover up my bright spots here. I got this new mat to play on, medium mat it's called, but it's glass, and so I get shine. Okay, so here's my little trailer. Is that the cutest little thing or what? I just think it's adorable. Here's my little trailer. Now I need to make some trailer bits. So I've got I'm going to use this piece here, and what I've done here is I have attached some of this adhesive sheet to this, okay? So that when I cut out my trailer bits, they will be self-adhesive, which is just, you know, kind of lazy on my part, but it works. It works really well. So this die was a little confusing when I first looked at it. This is actually a two-part die. When you look at it and you look against the trailer, like what does it do? Where does it go? This little die cuts the piece that goes up here and the piece that goes down there. Okay, so it's kind of a two-part die. So we're going to cut ourselves one of those. Oh, they're just beautiful, Kim. I love it. I can't wait. Friday, the rest of the set's coming, and I'm going to be all over that. I have a 50 card order coming up for Christmas cards. So I'm going to be making some of these for sure because the person I'm making it for loves camping. So, and there's some nice sentiments, and you've got snow for your trees. You see on this one, these trees are two parts, right? So I've got snow on my trees here. And you've got your Christmas decorations here, and all kinds of different things you can do to make it a gorgeous, gorgeous Christmas card. So I'm pretty excited about using that for part of my order. Oh, they did order them. Oh, that's great, Karen. I suggest you get some, because holy cow, it's a little more than here, but if you ordered it here, you're going to pay the shipping, right? So that's great. That's good to know. Okay, so I've got my little bits here. And these are, I don't know if you can see these, but these are very detailed. They have little lines across them. I don't know. Can you see that? They're very detailed. They have little lines all the way across them. So they're very pretty. So these are my two pieces that are going on here. And I did those in very vanilla. I just thought it would be good along with this. This is a piece of paper from the He's the Man DSP. So, and I just thought the very vanilla was a good idea. There we go. See that? Cute, right? And then here's the top bit. Nope, that's not quite right. Hang on. I think I started at this end. There we go. How cute is that? I love it. I just love it so much. I love this set. It's so cute. So we got that. Now we're going to want to put some color behind our, I'm just going to round this off a little bit. Just like that. Nothing fancy, just so it fits on the back here. Because I want to have a little bit of yellow there so it looks like the lights are on in my trailer. Okay. Let's get a little bit of glue for that. That ought to do it. There we go. So now let's put some curtains. Why not, right? Let's put some curtains in that window. I know in my trailer I got curtains. All right. Let's get this piece here, and there's this little guy here. Here it is. It's this little guy right here. That is curtains. We'll just pop that in there. I know, they have curtains, it's amazing. And there's stars, and there's, you know when you go to the Christmas tree lot and they have those wooden cross things for standing the Christmas trees up, they have those in there. It's just amazing. It's really an amazing little set. So there's my curtains. I did them beige because it's a guy thing, right? It's a guy card, so I just did my curtains sort of a neutral kind of color. Here they are. Look at that. Curtains. How cute is that? Right? Okay, now, here's the thing. I couldn't decide whether I should do this last time or not. I'm going to take, just because why not, right? I'm going to take some black. And I think what I'm going to do, I've just got my black blendable pen, the dark black. And I'm going to color this, because I do believe that this would not be the same color as the trailer. It certainly isn't on my trailer. Okay, so there's that. I'm going to use the brush end and go over it a little bit more. Make it as dark as possible. There we go. There we go. And then there is an indent on this tire to show you where the hubcap is as opposed to the actual tire. So I'm going to follow the indent, and I'm just going to do this and make my tire have a little tire, or make my trailer have a little tire. Okay? Okay, so we've got our background and we've got our trailer. Let's see what we need next. We need some trees. We need trees. Now the trees I'm going to do on my bigger machine, because then I can do them all at the same time, okay? So these are 2-part trees, meaning that we're going to have one layer of tree, and there's 3 trees in this set, which is brilliant. I'm just going to pop those through quick like a bunny. And this is Evening Evergreen. I'm using Evening Evergreen for my first part of my trees. So there's my little trees. And then, because this isn't a winter scene, we're going to do the insides of our trees. And I put some of that adhesive sheet on the back of my Mossy Meadow as well, just to make life easy for myself. When I put these trees down, then I don't have to like spot glue them. They're just gonna stick down just like that, tickety-boo, right? And all the little pieces, theoretically, all the little picky pieces will come out when I pull that away. I'll show you what I mean by that in a minute. Okay. We have trees. Hang on, I've lost you. Hang on a second. I've lost you and my mouse. There it is. There we go. Funny how that works, Kim. You work with it long enough and you get to know it all. That's how I feel about my job right now. Oh my God, I know exactly what I'm doing. So this is the second part of our trees, and it's just another green. So you can choose whatever green you think is going to work well for what you're doing. I happen to like these two greens together, so. We'll just tuck that away because we don't want to waste any paper that's got that stickum on the other side. It just makes life so much easier for us. Okay, so let's have a look at our trees. Now, in a perfect world, we all know we live in that world, right? In a perfect world, when I peel off this back paper, this adhesive, all the little bits come off with it. See that? Makes life simple, right? All the little bits come off so you don't have to pick at them. It doesn't always happen that way, but it usually does. I'm going to say usually. There we go. Excuse me. One happy little tree. And I couldn't believe how warm the lake was. We haven't had that warm a summer, but the lake was awesome. I had a nice little swim there after my fish and chip dinner. Two happy little trees. See how much easier it is to be able to just stick that down instead of having to do little bits of glue everywhere. And my third tree. Yeah, that's what happened last time too. My third tree, all the little bits didn't pop out. So you're going to have to do that yourself, but that's okay. Not the end of the world. Just a little tree. It didn't seem to pop out so nicely, but it's okay. There we go. There we go. There we have our three beautiful trees. So let's see what we're going to do with these. I'm thinking something kind of like this. And then our trailer. And then a sentiment of some sort. So let's start with our trees. Let's start by putting our tree, happy little trees, yes. I used to watch that with my mom. She loved that show so much. So look at me, I'm using up all my little bits and pieces. I haven't even used any from the packages all day today. I'm just using up little pieces of leftover bits and bobs, right? It's always good to use up. It always feels good to me to use up too. I like being able to use things up and get the full value out of everything, right? And there's another one here I can use. These are just the little ends off the dimensionals that I've used all the little dimensionals off of. There we go. And another little tree here. Let's get another piece. Oh, I've got a piece stuck on here. That will work. Hi, Dorothy. Nice to see you. All of you here tonight on a Tuesday night. I'm happy about that. I know Tuesday night at 7 is a tough call, but you know, you got to do what you got to do, right? I'm working so much right now that I'm finding that I'm having to rearrange my life quite a bit in and around my job. I do love my job, don't get me wrong, I love my job, but you know, working gets in the way of all this fun stuff. So let's see, do I want anything else? You know what I think I want to do? No, a guy wouldn't have a bow on the door, would he? Would a guy have a bow on a door? Probably not. Would a guy have flags on the door though? Would he have flags? Like maybe it's a flag to say, hey, come and drink beer with me. Maybe that's it. I have these little flags, but I don't know. No, I think the little flags might be a bit much. I think we're going to leave our trailer as is. I want to trim off that little tiny bit of overlap there. Yeah, I think we're leaving the trailer as is. Because I don't think he would be... We need a Dexter dog. You're right, we do. However, the dog is on the... I do have a cutout for the dog, but I don't have the stamp yet. The stamp is coming on Friday, so I think the cutout would look kind of silly without actually having the dog's stamp on it. Because it would just look like a silhouette. And I'm not really into a silhouette for this. So let's do this. So I'm going to put dimensionals on just a portion of this, so that I still have, I want to overlap these trees a tiny bit. So I don't want to have dimensionals absolutely everywhere. So a little bit there and a little bit here. I love that I'm using up all these leftover bits. It's very gratifying. Well, this one even has a little dimensional on it. How about that? Okay, here we go. I think right about there is good. That's so cute, right? Okay, so now it is a dark enough sky, I think, that we can have some stars. As I said, I don't have my full set yet, so I don't have any of these Christmas, like this one here. I don't have any of these Christmas sentiments yet, so I am going to resort to this one, which is from the Sit, Stay, Relax set here. It's from the Sit, Stay, Relax set, and that's kind of what I have to work with here today, although as soon as I get my new stuff. Now, I'm going to use Evening Evergreen. It is my favorite sentiment color for a woodsy kind of a feel. So let's get that out. And I'm going to do my sentiment on a little bit of Very Vanilla, because I've done my trailer with Very Vanilla. I think it's very fitting that I do the same for my sentiment. I'm going to try and center this because this is just the width for my sentiment, so I want to try and center this so that I can get the die in there. We'll see how I did in a minute. There you go. That's nice. Let me just wash that off right away, especially with the rubber stamps. It's really good to keep them super clean and supple. So I'm just going to do this right away. I'm just going to give that a nice little clean. There we go. That looks good. All right, so let's get this other die that I know I have here. This is from the Stylish Shapes dies. I haven't used these too much yet, but I'm sort of getting a feel for them. They're quite nice. So you've got some banners here, 4 different size banners, and you've got the double stitched circles and squares, which is nice. So we're going to use this one. And let's see how I did. I did pretty good. I did pretty good centering that, so it will still fit. I'll need some washi tape. And then let's see. Just center that nicely. And I'm going to pop it through the little guy. Oh. Oh, that's great. Don't you love it when people appreciate the work you do? I do. It's, you know, it's big to me. It's big. After all, it's, you know, we work really hard on making these beautiful things. It's nice if someone acknowledges that they like what we've done. So the neat thing about this is it's a double stitch die, right? So you've got the stitched edge here on the sentiment, but you also have this stitching around here. So if I had lined this up straighter, you could cut this out and have this great little stitched area around it. Or, for that matter, you could cut this out, have the stitched area around it, and then pop this up on like double dimensional so it pops out of that little frame, which looks really cool too. I'm not going to do that today, but it is something that I do like to do. Okay. So, this I'm going to put on, I guess I'll just cut a long one. There we go. And I'm just going to pop that right down there. Wish you were here. Now, I also have some cute little stars that are also part of the dies. Okay, they're really cute. They're detailed inside. You can't see them, but trust me, they are. They have detail inside of them. Oh, come on. There we go. This is going to require tweezers, otherwise I'm just going to drop it on the floor. There's one. We went to the fish and chip place down in Peachland that we've been to before, and lo and behold, guess what? They're closed on Tuesdays. So we walked a little bit further down to another place, and I kind of had a craving for fish and chips since that's what I started out thinking I was having. So, and didn't they have 10 times better fish and chips than the fish and chip place? So there's a lesson learned, right? Now I won't even bother with the fish and chip place. I'm going right to that place. It was so good. Okay, now I think I'm going to pop this up. I just think it will look nice popped up. I'm going to get myself some dimensionals. Now we're going to start with one in each corner, one in the middle. And actually, I think I will go with the extras, just for in casers, right? I never know whether I'm going to mail something or whether it's just going to get given. So I feel like there's no such thing as too many. You want it to be good and stuck on there, because the last thing you want is for something to arrive in the mail in pieces, right? And unfortunately, I have had that happen with someone else sending a card to me. All the little jewels were in the bottom of the envelope. So it's good to make sure everything's good and stuck. Okay, I have to get my head over this in order to get it right, so bear with me. Oh, that's cute. Do we like this? It's cute, right? Okay, so we need something. What do we need? We need something. Let's find some something. That's cute. What else can I do? What if I did rhinestones and colored them in Calypso Coral, which is similar to the color of the trailer? Let's try that. You know I love to color rhinestones, right? So let's just give that a go and see what they look like. I'm not sure camping dictates rhinestones, but let's just try that first and see what we get. Well, it is very nice. I think that's the ticket. I think that's the ticket because it's the right color. Let's do that. We'll do a couple of little ones. And we'll do a big one on the one end and a couple of little ones on the other. Because the color is brilliant in keeping with our little trailer, right? Come on, there we go. Yes, I like it. I like it. That's cute, right? Look at the color on there. That's perfect. It matches our trailer. It's just great. Okie doke. So there's our card for today. I will, let's see, I'm looking at what I'm working tomorrow. Tomorrow I'm working 10 to 3, so it's a pretty good possibility I'll be on it for it. Just depends on if I get asked to stay late. I do find, you know, that where I work, there's a lot of people my age, and then there's we have quite a few young people there, and I find the young people, they have a real tendency to call in sick. And, yeah, so it just seems there's a lot of calling in sick. So whenever I get the chance, I will take it if I can manage the extra couple of hours. We'll just see how that goes. But so do you like that? That's cute, right? I just love it. What are you saying? Let me see what you're saying here. Hang on, let me get my mouse. Thank you, Dorothy. Thank you for coming. Oh yeah, the work ethic it's like night and day between the people of my age and the kids. It's like night and day. I actually had one young girl yesterday telling me all the places in the store where the cameras can't see you, so you can sit and slack off if you want to. I laughed and I laughed because I'm thinking, okay, slacking off is not in my vocabulary. If I'm there to work, I'm going to work because the day goes so much faster that way, right? Oh yes, blending brushes. I love using blending brushes. I haven't done as much of it lately as I intended on doing. I'm also taking some courses on blending brushes, watercoloring, and watercoloring with the watercolor pencils. So I'm sort of brushing up on things like that to do a few more things online to do with technique, which is one of my favorite things to learn. So learning it and doing it are two different things for me. So we'll see how mine go. But yeah, and these blending brushes, Kim, you take these right to the sink after you've used them. You just take them right to the sink with water and do this while you clean them out, and they just come out brilliant. You can just keep using different colors with each one. I am lucky enough to be able to have all of the pens so that I've got, or the brushes, so I've got, you know, I've got one that I use my greens, I've got one that I use my blues, one that I use my browns, etc., etc. But if you clean them out with just water, because it is your stamp pad inks that you're using, which are water soluble. If you clean them out with just water, you can continue to use them on any colors that you want to. Okay, they won't come out white again. They're still going to be stained, but still you're able to use them. So yeah, they're pretty neat. I'm really enjoying the blending brushes. Good night, Dorothy. All right, I'm gonna go sit down with my hubby and watch something on TV. There's some new episodes of the shows that we like to watch on, so we're gonna check those out and see what's what. So I hope you enjoyed that. I thought that was lots of fun with that little trailer. On Friday, like I said, I'm gonna get my stamp set, and then I'm gonna go crazy and try all kinds of things. Like, I'm really excited about this. There's a stamp in there to make strings of lights. What did I do with the book? Or I could show you if I could find it here. Look at this. There's a stamp in here to make strings of lights. So I can imagine just making these strings, and then you die cut them with the die here. And then you could use, you could color your rhinestones in gold or yellow and have lights hanging down in your campsite, which we do when we go camping. So it's kind of cool that you have that option. And I'll have my dog, and then there's a sign here that you can cut out. I'll have my trees for sale sign, and most importantly, I'll have my dog prints. So I'm very excited about that. That's coming Friday, and I will be back online playing with that. So I hope you enjoyed that, and until next time, thank you for joining me, and I will see you very soon. Bye for now.